What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We got the three of us today. Today we got a super exciting video. We got another Biota order. We've had a few Biota orders in the past few weeks.
Yeah, this one's huge.
Huge though. We had a little bit of a delay with our good friends at UPS, but you know, we're here now and we're super excited. So let's stop wasting time. Let's get inside and let's go check out these boxes. All right guys, we're inside. Steve had to leave for a second, but we're gonna take you guys around the shop a little bit before we get all of these boxes unboxed, which look how many those are. Almost as tall as Ethan. Yes, I think one more and we would be completely taller than Ethan. 100%. So let's go around the shop and I guess show them some new stuff. If you guys follow the channel, then you know some of these updates, but if you're just here for the first time, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. So let's start here, I guess, with this tide pool that actually Ethan, this is his idea. This is his little baby that he came up with.
So actually half of it's Steve's idea. So we got the harem of clownfish down here and the anemones and over here. That was all Steve's idea. But when Steve said tide pool to me, I was like, we need to have a smaller little section inside of there to replicate a tide pool and also to create an easier place for us to sell anemones out of. And so I came up with this design where we plumbed a smaller tank in and it overflows out in kind of an infinity pool style way.
I mean, it's honestly, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I've seen a couple smaller tanks, somewhat similar, but nothing this size and nothing custom built at all.
No, 100%, yeah, and completely custom, by the way. Like, they literally, this was a separate tank altogether that they siliconed to the bottom of this.
Yeah, I drilled it out right here where Brody's standing, and we plumbed it all together. We cut all the plumbing. Yeah, super easy.
So if you guys want to see a more in-depth video about this tank build, Steve and Ethan actually filmed a video completely on it. You can go check it out on our channel, but just to give you guys a little bit of an update, all the clownfish are doing absolutely incredible, and we even have some anemones in the tank. The duty calls, we are a shop, which means we have active customers while we're 100%. Filming. Ethan, what are you doing here?
I'm just filling up some salt water for one of our good regular customers. I think in a minute here I'm also going to test his water because he usually needs a water test as well. So whatever you need, we're always happy to help.
So here's actually the back. If you guys, I mean, you've probably seen it in a few videos, but here's our water barrels for our salt water and for our RODI, which we sell here at the shop. And Ethan is happily and strategically filling up these bottles because from time to time, these things do like to pop off and get you completely soaked in water. So too bad we don't have any video footage of that happening, but it's happened several times to both Ethan and I.
One day we'll get it on video.
One day we'll be on video.
There's a camera set up right here now, so.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's right there. There it is, up there.
Maybe it'll be low quality, but we'll put that in there if we ever get
hopefully at one point, and hopefully it's Steve who gets sprayed because last time it was me, I got really upset.
I've been sprayed pretty bad.
It's the worst, so. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, Ethan's gonna fill these things up, and then we'll pick up the camera and check out more of the shop. So Ethan is back there testing and helping out a customer, but while he does that, I thought I would show you guys a little bit around our fish system, which is going to be full of some brand new fish today, or maybe a little bit because we tend to put the yellow tangs in the coral flats. But nonetheless, let's take a look at this super cool new addition, this dragon eel. And something that I've actually seen in the wild out in the reefs of Hawaii. This thing is absolutely incredible. I am obsessed with these eels. They get their name from obviously their striking appearance to a dragon. And just look at those teeth, man. This is not something you want to get bit by. Yeah, look at that. And from what I've heard from Steve and Ethan, this guy is an absolute pig when it comes to food. And there's actually one over there in our show tank, which we will get to, that actually outcompetes a lot of our other bigger fish for food because he's just so aggressive. But this guy is absolutely crazy looking. Super cool animal. So let's go through a few other awesome highlights that are in the fish system right now. Something right away that I absolutely love and always have. You've seen on the channel before. Here is a blue spotted jawfish, one of the coolest animals in the saltwater aquarium hobby. He's hiding back there, but you can see him with those amazing and beautiful blue spots. It's kind of in a dark cave. I know it's kind of hard to see him, but you get the gist. You've seen him before. Maybe I'll put a clip over right now, but we also have an amazing section of clownfish, whether that's just your typical Ocellaris, some of the designer clowns, even some Clarkies it looks like down there, and this crazy looking one, which is nearly naked, but has a couple little white spots on the cheek. That is super, super unique and super cool to see. Clownfish and unique morphs. I know they can be overrated just because there's so many of them, but whenever I see one that is quite as cool as that one, it is always a treat and super cool to see unique clownfish. Okay, so next up on our little mini tour while we wait for Steve is this absolutely incredible nano tank that Ethan has been doing a fantastic job with. This thing is cram-packed with macroalgae, some feather dusters, and some other easy to keep corals it looks like. Also with mangroves, this is honestly one of the coolest tanks in the shop. It actually has a couple dragonface pipefish in it, which is always super awesome to see. And you know, here at Aquatica, we absolutely love our dragonface pipefish. We've had a couple in the past over there in the leather tank, and here we have a bunch in this macroalgae tank. I'm just gonna say it, macroalgae tanks are one of my absolute favorites. It's a newer trend in the hobby as of the last like 5-ish years, and this one is extremely beautiful. It's honestly a testament to Ethan's hard work. I've tried this several times in the shop, never been able to achieve it, but Ethan is pretty well versed with macroalgae and is doing an awesome job with this tank. Lastly on this tank, just something super cool and unique is these different types of sponges. Now they're doing absolutely incredible and are a great addition to this macroalgae tank with the mangroves. Awesome job, Ethan. This tank is looking so good. So obviously it would take way too much time to go through all of this coral, and this coral system behind me, our giant coral tank, which is absolutely incredible, but you can wait for a few videos in the future that are gonna go in depth into this build. And obviously we have plenty of videos on the channel talking about our coral systems, but we will check out a few more highlights because I'm still waiting on Steve to return to the shop before we can unbox all of our fish. So one of my favorite all-time animals that we've ever had in the shop is this amazing Duraza clam. This thing is super gigantic. We got it a while back actually from someone who was getting rid of it, which believe it or not, we caught that thing for free. I know, it's pretty crazy. That thing is worth a lot of money, and it's also just so spectacular, and that's why it's still here in the shop. We've had many offers on that thing, and we've never sold it because of how show-stopping it is. It's truly one of the most beautiful things here in the shop, and I'm absolutely in love with it.
Right behind me, we got this little tank. You guys might recognize this. We've had this set up for a while, but it actually previously was a slightly smaller version, which is right here. We have a 3-gallon version of the exact same tank. But I switched it over to this 5-gallon, and we have a boatload of Bergia nudibranch coming in today. Those are the Aptasia eating nudibranch. We're gonna try to breed them in here. We have a giant tank in the back that's filled with Aptasia. So I think Brody's gonna get some action shots of me throwing the Aptasia in here, and then later we'll put the Bergia in, and then maybe we can get shots of them snacking. Back here we have the Aptasia tank. It's super dirty though, so you might not be able to see it, but there are hundreds of little tiny and big Aptasias in here. Let me see if I can clean off some of this glass really quick. We've definitely just been letting this grow. We don't really care too much about it, you know, but as long as we have these Aptasia to feed the Bergia nudibranch, we're happy with it. So I just got this whole rock from that tank over there. I'm gonna just throw it in here. Hopefully these Aptasia might even start growing in here. Not sure, but I do know that everyone I've talked to that breeds these nudibranch keeps a separate tank for the Aptasia, just so that they don't eat all of it all at once, and thus you can maintain a food supply to feed the nudies. So if you need any Bergia nudibranch, let us know, because we're hopefully going to be breeding them here soon.
Okay guys, so Steve is back, which means that we get to crack into these super cool boxes. I don't actually know what's in here. I don't think Ethan really knows what's in here, but Steve definitely does because he ordered it.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek on what we can expect from these?
I think there's at least like $10,000 worth of stuff in there. We keep doing this and saying we've like ordered too much. I might have to shut the store down now after this one. I have no money. What's in here? So many yellow tangs. We're gearing up for Reefapalooza 2025 in California, Anaheim. There are multi-bar angels. There are dragon gobies. There are, I think, 28 yellow tangs. Surprise, not 28, 28. Coral urchins. Ooh, some watermelon bubble tips for the tide pool. Yeah.
Zebra Soma! Ah!
You know the second
part to their two
Flavicins.
Flavicin.
Oh my god!
Dude, this entire box is all yellow
No,
tangs.
it's not, Steve.
Oh, the multi-bar is adorable.
Oh my gosh.
That's the cutest angelfish I've ever seen.
Holy cow.
Yeah, but these are like, I can't pull, I don't know how you pulled that out, because every single one of these,
think
like,
this
oh, multi-bar. Multi-bar. Okay, the rest of these are yellow tangs. Every single one of these. Holy moly, dude. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go. Yellow tangs. Yellow tangs. Yellow tangs. We're gonna overflow this tank.
Yellow tang.
You want to move them to the other one?
Yellow tangs. I got tangs in my tank. Wow, this is a really strong tape. Okay. All right, there is the invoice. You don't get to see that, but let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Captive Bread, Bali Multi-Bar, Coral Beauty, Tessellated Blenny, Mandarin Pear, Neon Cleaner Goby, Captive Bred Seahorse, Hippocampus erectus.
Okay guys, so last time we ordered dragon gobies from Biota, they came in about this big. This guy came in full size, very, very large, super healthy. I'm so
That thing's so awesome. Yeah. Look at how big it is.
So if you guys watched our last Biota unboxing, you guys might remember these. These are the yellow neon cleaner gobies. Elecanthus or something like that is the genus for these guys, related to the blue neon cleaner gobies and the shark nose goby. We actually got, I think, either 10, maybe 20 of these guys in for the store today. We're going to try to keep a larger school of them here because I've been keeping a school of 3 at home and they've been doing really good together. So in here is the smallest coral beauty angelfish I've ever seen. You can't even, it's like not even easy to identify it as a coral beauty just because it's so young. And then also in here we have a pair of mandarin gobies. We got a pair like this last time. They came in just about the same size.
Here's another baby coral beauty.
So in here we have a pretty unique fish. This is a black cap basslet. It's very, very closely related to a royal garama. Pretty much the same fish, just different coloring. You can see they gave him a little tunnel in there made out of wire mesh to replicate a little habitat, because these fish do like to hide in caves and burrows.
Here's another one.
There's another one. Might get a better shot there for Brody too. We just realized we got a ton of free shit from Biota, so we just wanted to say thank you so much for including all these
specifically
goodies.
To our rep. He knew that we were going out to wrap this year, and he sent us a bunch of extra, like, really stellar stuff. There's a couple, I'm just looking at the invoice now, like it says verbatim right here. You can even look at that, Brody. Show freebies, and those are for us to take to Reefapalooza. So again, this is going to be a stellar Biota video. You guys know we love Biota, and we love Biota.
So in here we have, I believe these are the tessellated blennies. They might actually be a Molly Miller blenny. I'm not sure if Steve ordered any of those.
Tessellated.
These guys are absolutely tiny, less than an inch. Really cool fish.
Nice. Oh, big bags.
Oh my. Oh, we got seahorses. Woo!
Hippocampus erectus, a bonded pair. Ask for that specifically.
We got urchins in here. These are the jewel urchins. I think these are the green ones we got last time.
What else? What else?
Oh, these are the big purple urchins.
Yes! I love these. They sent big ones, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you remember when we got them the first time and they were legitimately the size of like a penny?
Dude, I still have some OG ones in the coral system that are huge now.
I know.
Those are my watermelons.
Bubbles. I'm trying to get them under blue lighting, but they're pretty pale. I don't know.
They'll be all right.
We'll see what. Well, I'm not worried about. I was curious what color they actually were.
What's in the small bag?
Oh, that's my mushroom.
Oh, sick.
You're not going to see anything pretty in here, but it's a cool mushroom that I saw in there. What you see is what you get section. So excited to see how that one looks.
Another bag of urchins.
Yeah.
And then they sent us this. What is that?
Lots of DKI marine pellets. There is water in the bottom of this bag.
It's from the urchin bag. Wow, guys, this is pretty insane. Look at all these bags. Like, I knew what I ordered, but I didn't know that I was getting all this extra stuff. They went ahead and sent us their DKI pellets too. So when I was talking to my rep, he was telling me that like the babies, like the multi-bars that you saw in the
coral beauties and even the mandarins are on this stuff. So he sent me out a bunch of them just to make sure our fish are healthy and they're eating what they need to eat while we transfer them over onto frozen. I'm like super freaking out here. We have so much work to do, but come with us on that journey while we start getting these yellow tangs out, getting them placed, the Bergia, the seahorses, the everything. Man, we'll see you in a second. All right, guys, so we've been busy while we were off camera, me and Ethan, even Brody. We've been organizing where all the fish are gonna go. Some are going in Doug's tank. The yellow tangs you've seen in this pod over here before. We actually got some stuff for Lars. Brody, put Lars's video here, 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 here. And then we went through all the mandarins. We're gonna put some mandarins in the macro tank. What are we putting in the tide pool? Dragon goby,
watermelon, anemones.
Seahorse tank is getting neon
Not
cleaner.
Not a seahorse tank anymore, and it hasn't been for a while.
But you guys know it as the seahorse tank. It's the leather softy tank. That's getting neons. Macro tank, did we cover that? That's getting...
Oh, the macro tank's getting some cool stuff. We're going to put a pair of mandarin gobies in there. We're putting a pair of... no neon gobies. Pair of mandarin gobies and a multi-bar angel, right?
No. We picked the prettiest coral beauty. Yeah. That was a coral beauty. Yeah. Okay, the coral beauties you guys saw, you're about to see them too. They're like this big. So we're gonna put it over in the macro tank and like raise it up. And then maybe right here, or maybe right here, some fun fact about coral beauty, Brody. So normally we order a bunch of coral from Biota, but we didn't do that this time. We're pretty stocked everywhere. However, we did see this lavender lime mushroom that we just couldn't pass on. And I just think it's so cool. You can see the green in it.
Okay guys, so we got all of our yellow tangs into this little bucket. We're outside, and this is for a very specific reason. I hear a lot of times people are saying, oh, the Biota captive bred tang, the yellow tangs, they're not as beautiful, they're not as vibrant as the natural ones. And that is just a complete lie. I spent a year over in Oahu. I saw the captive breeding happening at Biota's facilities, at Oceanic Institute at Hawaii Pacific University, and I can confidently tell you that the only problem in terms of discrepancy you're having with coloration in yellow tangs, whether it's captive bred or natural, is your own lighting spectrum. And here's just a fantastic example of that. Steve, if you just want to show them, look at how beautiful these animals are in this natural lighting. This looks as natural as they do in the wild, and it's because it's natural sunlight. So if you're wanting to get more of a yellow coloration out of your yellow tangs, your lights are too blue. You got to pick a side, to be honest, because when your light spectrum is correct, it's more mimicking the natural environment, they're going to be much more yellow.
Okay, I talked a little bit about it earlier. We got 10 Bergia nudibranch back here. We got a 5-gallon nano tank filled with some Aptasia from our Aptasia tank in the back. I'm gonna get these guys in here and hopefully we'll get them breeding. What's up guys? We just finished putting everything back. I'm sure you saw everything pretty much. We're just here to close out the video.
This was a great video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I know I sound like, you know, quintessential YouTuber. It actually helps us a lot, get us out there on the algorithm. If you actually like our videos, we love making them for you. This was a great experience with Biota, as it always has been. We look forward to seeing you at Reef-a-Palooza, California in Anaheim 2025. We're out.